Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use the various shape tools on the left-hand side right here, along with the shape builder tool, or the shortcut is Shift M, to actually build these various different illustrations. So if I start with a circle, holding down Shift, create a nice perfect circle. I'm going to create a watermelon, so if I want to obviously use colors associated with that, I'm going to go look for my swatch panel. You can find that under the Window tab. You can scroll down to where it says swatches right here if it doesn't show up. The swatch panel is just like a little grid, and I don't want to use these colors right here, so I'm actually going to come down to this little library option right here, and you can see I have a ton of different color options available, but obviously we're creating something that's food, so I can come down then to fruit right here. So go ahead and actually pull up this panel, and there you can see that we have a ton of different colors that will actually be associated with the piece of fruit I'm making. Okay, so maybe I go for kind of like a pink color for the flesh of the watermelon, a nice bright green for the rind, and maybe just a slight off-white for the kind of area in between. So if I start, first off, I don't want a stroke. I'm just going to create this whole illustration without outlines. I'm going to go choose that bright green, and then I want to create another circle inside that. So I'm going to press Command C to copy underneath Edit, so copy, and then I want to paste it exactly in place. So I'm going to use Paste in front, and that's Command F. So that pasted one right over the top. If you have a look, you can see it's right there. Then I want to shrink that, and I'm going to do this by holding down Option and Shift at the same time, and you can see it reduces the size of the object perfectly inwards. So there's my green rind, and then I'm going to go change that to the next color, and then I want to do the same again. So Command C and Command F to paste in front, and this time I'm going to change it to that kind of nice intense red. Again, holding down Shift and Option to shrink, so you get the two different pieces. So we've got the red of the watermelon, the white. I can always kind of change the size of that. The white, and then the green. I don't need the whole thing, so I just want it as though it's actually been sliced. So that's where I'm going to now start using the shape builder. So if I was to then go ahead and cover up a portion of this, so it's only going to leave this section. So using the regular selection tool, I'm going to hold down Shift to select the green, the white, and the red circles. So you can see I've got all three circles selected, as well as the rectangle over the top. Now coming over to the shape builder tool, or the Shift M, what I can then do is, as I move my mouse around, see which areas I want to combine together or to remove. So you can actually just draw freely any way you want, a free line, and you'll see that's combined everything. And that's not what I want. I actually want to remove all of this content right here. So I'm going to hold down Option, and you can see that my cursor actually changes. So I want to make sure that I just drag this across, and it will remove all that content. Okay, so for example, if I wanted to go and create the idea that I was taking some bite marks out of my piece of fruit right here, again, I've got to make sure that I select all the objects. So I hold down Shift and select all the pieces that I want to remove content from, including all three semicircles, the red, the white, and the green, and the bite marks. So again, Shift M, and that way I can hold down Option and kind of just work my way through here, removing all the content I don't want. Okay, so that leaves me with this bite mark taken out of here. Maybe I'll actually rotate it, and then I've got this nice, cool piece of watermelon going on right here. Moving on to the seeds, if I want to actually create a seed, I can start with a circle. Let's go create a nice black. And this is where I could go ahead and put a polygon right next to it. So I click and add a triangle, and then I can reduce this down to the right size. So I've got a shape a little bit like that. Again, I need to shape build these two together. So I'm going to hold down Shift, and that way I can actually combine these two together. So Shape Builder one more time. This time I want to drag all the way through to create that shape. So that gives me a nice little seed for my watermelon. I can pick this up, and then I can kind of situate it where I want. At this point, I want to kind of move this around and find other locations. And the fastest way to do this is when you start to move it, hold down Option, and it will create another one. Okay, so I'll do that again. Pick it up, move it, and hold down Option. Okay, so in this circumstance, I actually want to make sure that I can rotate these through this semicircle right here. And so I'm actually going to instead do something where I can copy, and again, paste, and then I want to have it rotate through that point of axis right here. So I can pick up the rotation tool, the R right here, choose my point of rotation, and then you can see it'll actually move. If I copy and paste, I'll do it again. Copy, Command F to paste, and then I can swing that around into place. I do this one more time, but maybe I actually put a piece right here. Again, hold Option as you move it into a new position. Choose the center of rotation, and then you can move it. So Command C, Command F, Command F, and then Command F again will place on top. And there we go. Okay, I can continue to add more content to this if I wish. For example, if I wanted to, let's say, create some striping going on the outside green rind, I could go choose a different color. Let's go choose kind of a brighter color maybe. Same thing, if I copy and paste in place, then I can swing this around to a different point. Paste again, swing it around to a different point, and move it. So I'm really just kind of adding more content to this to make it look like a distinct style of illustration. So I want these two again, so I'm going to copy, paste in place, swing these around onto this side. So once I've actually got these in place, then I can select them all, holding down Shift. And this time I only need to really focus on getting rid of this content and this content up here. So first off, I'm actually going to use the Pathfinder to unite all these pieces together. And then what becomes one object, and then I'm going to hold down Shift. So then I've got the green rind and my shape builder. I can then remove all those extra pieces. And then finally, I just need to move this down below the white. So I go arrange, send backwards, not all the way to the back, but just send backwards. And I have to do this a couple times, which is Command and the left bracket. So I keep pushing that down. You see it going behind all the other shapes until it gets to that point. And there's my finished piece of fruit. Try it out. Hopefully the Shape Builder tool works for you. Use all the different shapes to try and create your finished style illustration.